The AT&T Center, where you can see when those guys arrived at about 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. These guys walked in with their game faces on. LeBron James, D. Wade, Chris Bosh. These guys were in a no-nonsense mood. The big three, they first talked with reporters and, of course, our Will Manso before getting on the court and then getting down to work to practice some of their game plays coming up tomorrow.
Before the Heat practice, an opportunity to talk about what it means to him, and it's clear that for LeBron, despite all the MVPs and all the accolades, does not take this for granted.
I'm blessed, man. That's all I can say. I mean, this is my 5th appearance in the finals. I'm blessed. I was a kid who watched so many finals appearances, and I mean, I just wished and prayed that maybe one day I could sit up there and see the finals verbiage behind me and be a part of this. So, like I said, I don't need extra motivation. This is motivating enough, man. I'm extremely blessed.
I think that they're going to get a motivated San Antonio team. We show you some of what happened, including the brain trust. Mickey Harrison, Pat Riley among the many looking on, watching the Heat on the practice court. Now, we were only able to get the first 20, 30 minutes of practice, which was really the players just shooting around and stretching. But we were able to listen and to talk with the players, including Dwayne Wade, to talk about this series, to put in perspective what it means to have these two great franchises once again meeting the finals. While we talk about it in the media and so do the fans, the players, including Wade, recognize it as well.
We understand, kind of, what this team represents, et cetera, but we also understand what we represent and the opportunity that we have as well. So I think it's great that these two franchises, have this opportunity in back-to-back years, to compete for a championship. Last year was an unbelievable series. I mean, like I said, it went down to the very end. I think we won the series by a total of 5 points, and that's how close it was. But it was a very even series. And, I think this year it could be another great series as well.
The practice court behind Calvin and I here at the AT&T Center, getting that work in, a lot of smiles. What we saw was the initial portion of Heat practice, so we didn't see them really get into it down and dirty, and that's okay. They don't want the media seeing anything else other than this. Heat focused on this, and most of the players, as we mentioned earlier at 4 o'clock, are letting it sink in, the fact they've now been to 4 straight NBA Finals. But we did find someone with a differing point of view. Listen to what Chris Bosh had to say about whether he has fun during the finals.
It's not much fun at all. It's work. I think later on we can look at it as fun and everything, but I know a lot of guys think it's fun, and I thought it was fun too, but it's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, a lot of worry, a lot of waiting, a lot of tired legs and all those other things, but one day we'll be able to look back and really enjoy it. But for now, we just have to keep our head down and continue to work.
Hardest part?
Yeah, just sitting here and waiting before you finally tip the ball. Is there not a hard part? Maybe I'm making more of it.
I don't see nothing hard about it. It's just a matter of, everybody getting their rest and getting prepared mentally and physically for the battle ahead.
You enjoy this? You enjoy the fact that everybody, all eyes of the sports world are looking at you guys and the Spurs and kind of seeing all this hype?
Do I enjoy it personally?
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. Shardy does, though.
Does he?
Rashard Lewis, he loves the attention, so y'all might want to ask him some questions.
Chris said it's almost that you can't really enjoy it. It's not really fun because it's work. And do you agree with that assessment that you're here to work? It's not really like you're trying to enjoy it or let it all sink in.
We can't let it sink in. I mean, like I said, we still got a battle in front of us, and it's not going to be easy. And winning a championship never is. So. When it's all said and done, then then you can reflect and enjoy it.
Do you get any advantage that you faced them last year, or vice versa?
You got two great teams facing each other, man. I don't think there's going to be too many advantages. I mean, besides us having the best player on the planet.
As the Heat hit the court to prepare for their rematch against the Spurs, determined to complete a three-peat, the Spurs hit the court determined for something else: revenge. For many San Antonio players, the lasting image of last season's finals was Ray Allen's miraculous Game 6 shot that kept Miami alive and forced a Game 7.
It's a bad experience, but not only personal. I mean, as a team, we played poorly on a game, on a championship-winning game, and that's bad. That sucks. It stays in your head for a while.
I think it's helped them going into this year shape, how they approach this season and think about the things they need to do to continue to win.
As for Allen, he says he sees that shot about 2-3 times a week at least because it's always on TV or social media. While the Heat won't get caught up in San Antonio's quest for redemption for being so close last year, they do know it's a factor.
We understand that we've given them, some sort of motivation, but we have to expect that, and sometimes you can use that momentum against them, but we're going to have to take a few punches from them.
We talked about it, and that's something that fueled us for this season, to be more solid, to be more focused, to work more on practices, to make fewer mistakes, because we know we were so close.
Overseeing everything, the brain trust we like to call them, seeing everything at practice today, trying to see this team three-peat potentially now in their 4th NBA Finals in a row. Last season, of course, they beat the Spurs. The Spurs we've talked about the last couple of hours are wanting redemption. They want that revenge. And, after taking care of Oklahoma City in the Western Conference semifinals, Tim Duncan made some controversial comments basically saying this time around we'll get it done. When asked about those comments today, here's what the Spurs veteran star had to say.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what I said that was so bad. But as I said, if he needs to find fuel in something I said, then so be it. I don't have a problem with them, or individually or as a team. I respect what they've done, but unfortunately for them, we're here to try to win.